Okay. So I'm going to give you numbers. While I take attendance, you're going to take a look up at the board. Alright? So what you're going to do today is you're going to do a real quick exercise. It's it's a very miniaturized version of what you're doing for like your presentations. Okay, just a real quick practice thing. So what you're going to do is, based on your group up here, you're going to quickly research a global issue that has local perils, has local effects. Okay, so while I take attendance, I want you to start looking whatever your group is. You have one of 5 things, and start looking up things to go for. Yes.
What is local?
It can be anything from the school to the nation.
Can you repeat the question?
So you're just looking for whatever number you have up there on your thing. You're doing that issue. Right now, you're just looking for an issue. I haven't specified anything. Global issue that also is local. Okay, so that's all you're looking for right now. Let me take attendance, and then I will go more in depth. Okay. So what I want you to do, all right, is I want you to find 1 or 2 sources on whatever subject you have. All right. Make sure they're good sources using Raven or Crap. Whichever. But I have Raven up here. And what I want you to do is be able to speak about your whatever topic you have, and why it's important both globally and locally. Okay, and you should be able to have one person speak about it for like 2 minutes. All right, you don't have to do it. You can do a PowerPoint if you want to. You don't have to hand it in, or you can just take notes. Okay, and then I'm gonna call in a couple people to do that.
So we could just make the PowerPoint?
If you want, but you're not going to hand it in because it'll take too long.
So can I just make the PowerPoint? So I'm kind of sure I don't mind.
So I'm going to give you about 10 minutes for this. Okay? Make sure you use reliable sources.
Why would you do that?
Guys, you're up.
Don't do it. No.
None of y'all took it for like I was in my section.
That was not what I was asking. You made a sad face. Okay, so we said how huge makes people lazy.
No.
Yes, it is. Stop saying things like that.
Well, other people want to ask questions.
No, I'm going to.
Exactly.
I'm going to.
I can do that.
You
Thank God.
stop touching it with more hands.
Adding color to your
No,
life.
no, 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 no. You can't select.
No, no.
Thank you for adding color to your life. I hope he yells at you. Okay.
Wait, do you like swallow?
Oh, that was good.
No.
I'm just spreading it.
You owe me $80. $80 for more. That could
I think you do owe him money. I think you owe him money for that, dog.
You just get a rubber knife. That's what I did. A pink pen. Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
No, it doesn't come off of this stripe for long. Enough for hearing. Where the fuck is your
Mr. Bishop, the river and portion, which is the portion?
Why is this? I'll turn this paint. Oh, you like ice. Baking soda.
Baking soda.
Yes, you literally yelled at me because I didn't have it. You did. Come on at
I'm
home.
not right now.
Good job. If the purge is real, you better pray. Alright guys, I think we should put away the paint markers to make sure this doesn't happen again. Nearby gas station to check where you're at. Fixes tech navigation tools like GPS based on
Did you tilt him more?
Alright. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call on each table. What I want you to tell me is, first of all, what your topic was. Okay? What your findings were, and what your source or sources were. Alright?
What's your source?
Jason, you go first? You guys go first? You don't have to stand up or anything. So what's your topic?
Tourism.
Tourism, okay. What'd you find?
What do you mean what I find?
What was your findings?
Oh,
Research.
one of the problems with tourism is that it affects the environment. For example, when people go take airplanes or boats, they use gas, and that creates global warming because of fossil fuels. And it also affects us locally because with boats there could be oil spills that could affect our river, and that's one of our main sources of water. So we don't be able to shower, cook, clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were your sources for that?
TheWorldCounts.com.
What is it called?
TheWorldCounts.com.
WorldCounts.com. Okay. All right. So, everyone else, do you think that source sounds reliable?
It seems like it's dedicated to environmental stuff, but the .com was just it's just a website. I don't know.
So, okay. Anybody else? All right. Good. Second one. Brooke, your group.
Ours was the war in the Ukraine, and we found that locally it impacted people by making it more difficult to access resources. It made energy and food sources more costly, and it increases the prices of gas and goods such as grains. A decrease in food supplies has led to an increase in prices that Americans see. As a result, the economy has become more unstable and related to inflation. This is important because it shows how war can negatively impact people in countries locally. And our sources were OECD.org and GAO.gov.
Good. You guys, what was your topic?
We do water pollution,
Okay.
and we found out that runoff from like rain and stuff like herbicides and fertilizers, which gets into like local lakes, and this can be like damaging to like animals and lakes because it can cause like an increase in algae, and it also brings in pollution from like it brings in pollutants such as like oil and salt. Pollution from like the herbicides. And an example of this is like the Great Lakes, which gets pollutants from like melting snow. And the websites we used was floridahealth.gov, equally.org, and EPA.gov.
Good. So you use 2.gov, so that should be pretty reliable, right? Nice. All right, you guys, what'd you get? What's your
So our topic is deforestation. Here in Florida is where we specifically were basically thinking about, but we did include Alaska. Florida lost more than 7 million acres of forest land since its founding in 2000. That was taken in the year 2000.
Okay.
Every year since then, they have lost 33.4 kilohectares of forest land. In the U.S., Alaska has the most deforestation with 6.3 megahectares or million hectares of deforestation. So deforestation mostly affects Florida through the Everglades and the animals in it. It's caused the Everglades to actually be about a quarter of its original size, and half. A lot of Florida's deforestation, other than like humans, comes from like flooding, such as hurricanes and tropical storms, as well as frequent droughts. Right after flooding causes wildfires, which also has deforestation effects. And we use landscope.org, Global Forest Water Watch.org, and climatehubs.usda.gov.
Okay. So .gov.org is good. All right, you guys are up.
So our issue was technology. So we kind of focused on how it impacts society and how it forced humanity into a life of laziness. So with the rise of technological advancements, many minor issues have been solved via simple technology. It started simply with microwaves and phones, which quickly advanced into more important issues. We struggle to market without the help of technology. Artificial intelligence has taken over the industry, and younger generations are being risen by technology more than their parents. Many what if scenarios are imaginable. What if we could print drugs from the internet? What if we could use robots to do labor? And both seem convenient. Both seem convenient, but take jobs away from people and would do damage to the living status of low and middle class. Not to mention, jobs would be less necessary and would monetize laziness.
All right, more resources.
And we use techtimes.com.
Okay. All right, good. All right, so we all did this, and you looked up all this stuff, and you guys got about a minute worth of stuff from the internet. So, how do you think, since today is Decades Day, how do you think that when I was way back when I was in high school, you know, I was using the chisel and the tablets and stuff. How do you think that I would have found out stuff like you just did when I was in high school? So it's 30 years ago. Newspapers. Oh, there's newspapers. What else?
Dinosaurs.
Radio and television.
Radio and television. Okay. So if I was in school and the teacher said, "Okay, we're going to do a research project like this," what most likely would where we have gone?
The library.
Library. And what would we be looking at more than likely? What kind of books do you know? You probably don't even know what this is.
Encyclopedias.
Britannica used to have them. There's a hint. Encyclopedias. That's what we used to do when we had to go to the library. We used to do like library day once a week, and so if we didn't have any work to do, we looked in the encyclopedia because
I'm sure.
we didn't have phones and all that kind of stuff. It's funny. I had I had somebody when I was teaching over at Southern Oaks in 8th grade. Some teacher had left a set of encyclopedias. So one day I did a thing on doing research with encyclopedias. And so encyclopedias usually are alphabetical, right? Sometimes if they had big S words and T words and stuff, they'd have, expand, they'd have SA to SO and then things like that. So whatever we're doing research on, I don't know what it was at the time. They would just go up to a book and grab it, and not even look at and see what it is. And it's like, I can't find one of them. It's like, because it's alphabetical. But that's what we used to do. I remember we used to have to, newspapers, encyclopedias, microfilm. You know what microfilm is? Do you know what microfilm is? Thank you, Mr. Obvious. So you put little reels of film in it looked like a big projector that all the libraries had, and you could go through and look at old newspapers. Yeah, it's like slides. Look at each newspaper and things like that. Okay. Any questions?
I'm sorry.